Hi everyone, so before I begin on this week's topic for the video, I wanted to make a few really exciting announcements. First and foremost, these t-shirts that I am now selling, I have my shop up and running if you have not seen or heard of it yet. So I have these Not Your Excuse Tourette Syndrome is Real shirts. These were inspired by obviously all of the comments that people make and the comments we have been seeing in the media about people making the joke, so I must have Tourette syndrome, or it's like you have Tourette syndrome, something like that. That's what these t-shirts were inspired by. I've been wanting to start making merchandise for a really long time now, and I've just been a little too afraid. So I'm really excited about this. You can get this one. It also has a one tick at a time on the sleeve. As you all know, that's kind of my logo, that's my brand, I guess you can call it. So you can get this one, or you can get a one tick at a time shirt with the one tick at a time logo on the front. You can get them in a tri-blend material, which is what I'm wearing now. It's a softer, thinner material, or cotton in teal, white, or black. So I will put the link to the shop in the description below so you can go and take a look at that. Just please be aware that for these shirts, I am getting them made by somebody local, so it does take a bit longer for her to also get the materials after they're purchased. So they are made upon purchase. It takes about 1 to 2 weeks for that processing to go through before shipping, so please just be patient with that. They are also available in stickers, so very, very exciting. I know I personally love the shirts, but I suppose I'm a little biased. Second thing, very, very exciting news is that I am getting my book published. I am publishing with EduMatch Publishing, a wonderful company. They seem, so far, it has been nothing but wonderful, such a nice people. The people are so nice to work with. So that is my book about my life with Tourette syndrome. I have been wanting to do this since I was a little girl, so I am so very excited. It's going to be about a year before it is released to everybody, but I just wanted to let you all know that that is coming up. I can't wait for you all to see and read the book and hear your thoughts on it. So I am so excited to share that news with you. So now that we got that out of the way, what I wanted to talk about today was the reason I do these videos and I advocate and I do everything that I do for Tourette syndrome. Not saying that I'm this wonderful person that does so much, but the stuff that I do and the why behind I do it. Sorry, my tics are getting a little worse lately. I leave for vacation next week, so the excitement tics are kicking in. Anyways, so I started doing these videos because I wanted to find a new outlet to spread awareness, to make more people understand and see what Tourette syndrome really can be for somebody, and not just what they see on television, and to see also the different severities of it. I am very well aware that my case is mild. I've always known I've had a mild case. Some days can be a lot worse, and people on this platform have never seen my worst of days, nor will you, because I won't turn on the video camera when I have a day like that. But I wanted to show that there's different levels, and that's also why I started doing the Tourette Talk videos, because we're all different. We all have so many similarities, and we do have a lot of the same thought processes and feelings around Tourette syndrome. A lot of us, not all of us, but that doesn't mean we all tick the same way. That doesn't mean we all tick to the same level of severeness or have every day is not the same. It's so important to remember that you know one person with Tourette syndrome, then that means you know one person with Tourette syndrome. That does not mean you know the entire disorder. That does not mean you know everything about the disorder, or that every single person you meet here on after that has Tourette syndrome or might have Tourette syndrome is going to look the same as that person, and that they should look the same way. That's a big reason why I started doing this, because I wanted people to understand that it's so different for everybody, and it's so highs and lows and roller coaster rides. I also wanted just people outside of the Tourette syndrome world to start taking us seriously. And even if it's only one person that I change their mind or change their thought process and change the way they're thinking of what this disorder is, then I've done what I wanted to do. When I first sat down to record these videos and share my story, which I believe I just found out was like 5 years ago, which is crazy, I told myself, if I can help just one person with Tourette syndrome, and if I can make just one person that doesn't have Tourette syndrome understand it just a little bit more and have a little more empathy and sympathy towards it, then I've done what I wanted to do. I've accomplished it. Because that one person now can go and tell another person. They might not just run to their friends and tell them everything they know now about Tourette syndrome from what I've taught them, but that's one less person making those jokes out there. That's one less person understanding that this is a real thing, and we need to stop making these assumptions and making these jokes. And that to me is a huge win. I know that we still have so much longer to go, so much farther to go, but I do think we're making strides. It does feel like some days we're taking 20 steps back after making amazing progress, but that's not going to stop me. All that does is fuel me even more to keep making these videos and keep doing what I'm doing. All the pages and everything else that I do for it is also because when I was a little girl, I didn't have any of these things. I didn't know anybody with Tourette syndrome. I didn't know a lot about it. There wasn't a lot of representation out there, and there still isn't enough representation out there in my opinion. But we had to learn everything all on our own. And I know somebody coming to my YouTube video or another advocate's YouTube video or social media in whatever way it is them learning on their own. But I want to be another voice for somebody. I want people to know that somebody out there is trying to fight and is trying to spread the message and show that we're not all the same. We are real people. We're human beings with feelings, and we can get hurt and we can get embarrassed and we can be proud just as much as the next person. We don't all have to hide in a corner or be in this box that everybody, or not everybody, but that a lot of people seem to want us to be in because they want us to be their idea of what Tourette syndrome is. And I know I've talked about this a lot recently, and I know I did a video talking about that specifically, but it's just so true, and it is such a big reason why I do what I do. I was passionate about spreading awareness for Tourette syndrome from a very, very young age, and that passion has only grown so much since I've gotten older. Making these videos has helped me accept myself and my tics. I don't edit these videos. The only videos that I edit are the Tourette Talk videos, or if in these videos, if my dogs bark in the middle of it or some loud sound happens, that's the only time I edit them. And it's really helped me to accept ticking in front of a lot of people. It's different because I don't have to see anybody's reaction when they see me, so it can still be hard to tick in public, knowing that people are watching me and feeling stares or knowing that they can see me, but it's helped me just tick more freely. And I've never really been too afraid to tick out in the open, but obviously we all have that. We all have those moments where I will suppress subconsciously even, and I don't even realize that I'm suppressing some of the times. But this has helped me open up, and it's helped me meet other people with Tourette syndrome, which is so amazing. It's just so nice sometimes to hear somebody, I do that too, or I totally and completely understand, and know that they actually do. They understand from such a deep level. These videos have been just as much for me as they have been for somebody else. And again, the fact that I even have a handful of people watching them means the world to me. I'm gonna keep sharing my story because it's in other people's story, because their stories are important. Every single one of our stories are important, and we need to keep pushing further. And that's exactly why I do what I do, because I want to make a difference in the Tourette community. And I'm hoping with every little piece of advocacy work that I do, the awareness walks and runs, the fundraising events, the t-shirts, which I forgot to mention earlier, all the funds raised for these t-shirts go towards fundraising events that I have, or will be going to a donation to the Tourette Syndrome Association. But all of these things that I do, the social medias and public speaking, I just want people to be more aware, because the more awareness leads to more acceptance, and that leads to more better ways of life for those that do have it worse than me, or that are too afraid to talk about it and share and open up. That's why I do what I do, and I promise you I will never stop. So that's all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoy it. I know I kind of feel like I always tend to go on a rant a little bit when I talk about this part of why I do it. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember that I will have the link to the t-shirts down below. Remember to keep commenting, subscribing, asking any questions you might have about Tourette syndrome or my life with Tourette syndrome in general. I will make a video to respond to that question if it's if I can. If not, I'll just answer you. So please let me know what other topics you want to see more of, and I will see you guys later.